Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Zoom room. Speaking of welcoming, I would like to welcome today's guest. She is an artist from Ontario, Andrea Macleod. Welcome to the show, Andrea.
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I love the fact that you've got a painting behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a piece that I just completed.
Okay, what is it?
It's a chameleon.
Oh, okay. I love the colors, by the way. I chose this because it has some colors on it. So I figure I'm interviewing an artist, so we're colors. So now, you've been drawing or painting for a long time, right?
Yes, pretty much. Ever since I was a wee little one, old enough to hold a pencil in my hand. My parents, were always, buying me dolls and things like this that normal little girls would want. And, I always left them on the shelves or by the wayside. And all I wanted was, pencils and paper just to create.
Yeah, you have to do what's you're meant to do, right?
That's right. Yeah, definitely.
So, now what style is your painting, or do you have a style? Perhaps it's just more like different styles.
Sure. Yeah. So the style that I paint in, I call spontaneous realism. Um, you know, the portraits that I do paint are realistic, but they're also spontaneous in the colors that I use as well in order to capture those details.
Right.
And spontaneous realism was a term coined by a artist by the name of Voka in not Germany, but somewhere around there. I'm trying to remember his location escapes me for the moment, but if you check him out, he's really a really talented artist, and his name is Voka. But yeah, he terms that coin spontaneous realism. So that's kind of what I have coined my art as.
Right. Well, I want to show this, so maybe you can talk more about this, because this is what I saw one of your posts.
Oh, yes.
Hold on. I don't know if the lighting is good here.
Yeah, that's the German Shepherd painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better. I want
there we go.
To see that. So it's very realistic, yet the colors are not what you would see on a German Shepherd, right?
Right.
So is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But yeah, and there's all these other ones. They're just absolutely beautiful, and I just don't know if I can get them big enough for the audience to see. But you have a website, so they'll be able to show or see your work there, right? Now, at the same time, you in your bio it says that you were very interested in let's see, the human face early on.
Yeah. Yes. As young as the age of 5, I was always drawing the human face. And studying the facial proportions. Later in life, when I joined the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, I aspired to train as a forensic artist. So in 2013, I took training, which involved instruction on facial anatomy and things like that, and drawing the human form.
Wow, that must be so helpful for the job.
It was very helpful.
But okay, so now when did you add, I guess you could say, the animals that you include in your artwork?
So I've always really been interested in animals in addition to, the human face, because of their dynamic nature and, their coloring and their personalities and whatnot. And so just this summer, I had a solo exhibit at the Georgina Center of Arts and Culture in Sutton, Ontario. And my 13-piece exhibit was solely on animals.
Very nice. So
yeah.
What mediums do you use for your paintings?
I use just acrylic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why acrylics? Like, have you tried oils? Have you tried watercolors?
Yeah, so I've dabbled a little bit in watercolor, which is a very fun medium to use. I have not yet dove into oils, although I just ordered a ton of oil paint, so I'm really looking forward to that. But the one reason why I use acrylic is I really like its flexibility and its quick drying time, because I find that when I'm painting, there are times when you know, I'll paint a certain area and then I want it to dry very quickly so I can move on and paint over top of that particular layer. But I just really love the way that acrylics blend, and their drying time is, you know, pretty short.
Yeah, and also cleaning the brushes is so much easier.
Absolutely. That
I mean, I'm just starting to do some paintings, you know, I just do everything later in life, but anyway, so now your hopes with your painting is to create excitement for the people looking at your work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also to one theme that's always constantly come up with my art is that I want to give a voice to the subject matter. So for example, in my latest solo exhibit, I did a painting of a gorilla by the name of Harambee. I'm not sure if you've heard of, yes, you've heard of him?
Yes.
He was the gorilla that was unfortunately put down in the United States. But I found a picture of him, and I don't know if you've seen the painting, but his pose is just so gentle. And we think of gorillas as being, you know, very large, intimidating beasts and dangerous. And I wanted to give Harambee a chance at seeing another side of him, his gentle, you know, human side, if you will. I don't know if you can pull up the painting there on your phone.
I'm having trouble finding it, but
okay.
I'm pretty sure I saw it. Sorry.
Right. That's okay. My German Shepherd here is just joining us
well,
too.
that's nice. Well, you know, that's part of the interview. It's no big deal.
Yeah. But yeah, so giving a voice and another perspective on either individuals or animals has always been kind of my go-to.
Right. Okay. Keep talking about it if you don't mind while I
yeah, sure.
I want people to see it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no. So in this Harambee painting, his pose is very pensive. Like he's kind of looking in the distance, and he's got his hand kind of folded with his chin in his hand. But yeah, as soon as I saw the painting, I was just struck by his humanity and his gentle look, or his gentle nature. And I thought it was really important to convey that to other people. And, you know, there are a lot of people out there that love certain animals, like, you know, gorilla lovers or tigers or lions. And those are all very intimidating creatures that, you know, we don't see every day, but we see them in photos. And I just wanted to lend another perspective to those kinds of animals and show their softer side.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, gosh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's another gorilla painting I did.
Okay.
But I really love that one too. It's
all right. Yeah.
That's okay. I called that one an unexpected friend, because he's got a butterfly floating over top of his head, you know, again, not a creature that we see that's large and intimidating and beast, but more of a humanity to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there's some beautiful work. Oh, here, maybe this is the one.
Yeah, that's Harambee.
Yeah. Yeah. I find it hard, like when sometimes I go on YouTube and look at the videos and stuff, and when there's animals in a zoo,
right?
I don't care how big the zoo is. I just find it so difficult, you know, where they're behind a plexiglass and all these people on this side, you know, and they look,
yeah,
it always looks so sad to me, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
My heart breaks.
It is heartbreaking. It is.
It is.
I mean, I understand that the so-called purpose, but I don't know. I want to just show some more of your work.
Sure.
The lighting, I just can't get the lighting.
There you go.
Okay.
That's another piece in my solo exhibit, and it's entitled Moonlit March. Yeah. So the vision for that painting was basically, elephants like to roam around at night, and I kind of had this vision of an elephant roaming around a pond because they love water,
Mm.
and just the reflection from the moon kind of hitting the water and hitting his face.
Ah, right. Well, I just want to encourage everybody to go to your website. So, what is the website? I have it somewhere.
www.andreamacleodart.com.
Right. So that's for them to get a better a view rather than what I can show just here,
Sure,
you know.
click on-
Pardon?
They can just click on the gallery tab and see all of my paintings.
Yeah, which is really, really awesome. And I know that some of them have sold
Yes.
because I saw the sold sign on them, which is really good. I'm
Yeah.
Now, you're standing by, in your bio, you're standing by one of a lion, and it's quite a big size painting, isn't it?
Yes, it's I believe it's 30 by 36.
Right. So what is the largest painting you've ever done?
So it would actually be the elephant you were just holding up, and that's sized 40 inches by 50 inches.
Okay.
So it's quite large.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get your work shown or for have the solo exhibit?
So it's a funny story. I kind of put out a call out onto Facebook on a community page of my local community, asking if anyone knew of anyone that worked in a gallery or managed a gallery, because I had set a goal for 2022 to finally get a solo exhibit at a gallery. And so when I made this post asking this question, somebody chimed back in and said, hi, I work at a gallery. It was the Center of Arts and Culture in Georgina, specifically located in Sutton. And she had seen some of my art posts in the past. So she had already been kind of following my art and my journey.
Nice.
And she welcomed me to attend and come and meet the executive director. And so that's exactly what I did. And funny enough, when I walked into the gallery, one of the first paintings I saw were actually one of mine that I had lent to a local business.
Okay.
Who my contact information. So they brought it to the center, hoping that they would connect with me later and get the painting back to me. But it was just so funny. I walked into this gallery and there was one of my really large paintings of a lady. So yeah, it was kind of funny that way.
But it must have felt good, right?
It did, it really did, yeah.
I always encourage people, because I used to volunteer at the art gallery, one of our local art galleries, and I would always encourage people to go and see them, because it's so different seeing them in person.
Oh, it's so true, so true. Like, photos really don't do some of these paintings justice. You have to see them in person and take in the vibrancy of them.
Right.
And just, the movement and the brush strokes that you don't normally see on a photograph.
Yeah, exactly. They're so flat in a photograph, right?
Yeah.
I have to say that I do really, really enjoy the colors that you incorporate in your work.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I love color,
Me too.
Yeah, good stuff. So I'm trying to think about now, have I covered everything? Because sometimes I forget stuff, so we know well, I will include the website, like when I render this, I will include it so people can actually see it for themselves, right? Because listening to it, sometimes people don't pick it up, and well, of course they could replay. There's an option for you people, you could replay. But anyway, so now, can we just talk about your job a little bit? Because
Sure.
I find that fascinating, right? So where did I find it on here? You're a forensic investigator.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I previously did a 20-year career with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I worked in both Manitoba and here in Ontario. I just ended my career with the last 8 years being in the Forensic Identification Services section. And then just before retiring, I had a job offer from the Ontario Special Investigations Unit as a forensic investigator. And it was just such a great opportunity. It was something I couldn't pass up. So I've been working for the SIU since June of this year.
So what does a job entail?
So I basically attend scenes that the police have been involved in, where perhaps somebody might have been injured or gravely injured. And I process that scene, forensically speaking, collecting evidence and documenting all the evidence in order to tell the story as to what happened later on in court.
Do you find out that being an artist helps you with that aspect of the job?
I think sometimes, because I kind of had like a broader view on things, not just a black and white kind of outlook on things. And I try to, look at everything from different perspectives or different aspects. So for sure, it does help.
Great. Well, we're going to end it there. I just stay on camera. I just want to thank you, first of all, for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, I love interviewing artists, because I'm always so fascinated, how you get, I tell artists this all the time, from here to on the canvas, it's just so fascinating to me.
Yeah. Sometimes from here too.
Yeah, well, there you go. Exactly. I like that too. Yeah. And to the audience, I'm going to share Andrea's website. So check it out. You will be, I think, if you haven't seen her work, you're going to be so amazed at the beauty of her colors and of the animals that she's painting. It's just art. So awesome. And thank you, everybody, for watching this show. I hope you like and share and subscribe. Remember, subscribe really helps me. And take care, be nice, and peace out, everyone.
Bye.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community where you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.